retrograde is not automatically a negative thing. You hear a lot of spiritual people focus on the negative aspects of retrograde, but there's a whole nother side to retrograde that you have to understand so you understand how it works actually in your favor. There's a positive side. So understand what retrograde means. So as you can see here, the retrograde meaning in the adjective means directed or moving backwards, a retrograde flow. But here at the archaic meaning, which is the one that we don't talk about, go back in position or time. In the archaic, retrograde means to go back in position or time. And with understanding that meaning, we realize that retrograde means to come back into alignment. So what retrograde is essentially time travel. What it allows you to do is to go back through the lesson that you didn't quite understand when you went through it the first time or even the second time. So this will explain to you why there's relationships, business deals, things come back to you during retrograde. And the reason why it comes back to you is not necessarily because you failed the test. It's more about you not understanding the importance or the lesson that the test was teaching you. So you may have left a certain relationship alone, friendship, whatever the case may be. But if you didn't understand what you were supposed to take away, when retrograde comes around, that person's going to call. Because the point is for you to go through the lesson until you understand what it was you were supposed to walk away with. How it was going to take you into the next level of your ascension, your spiritual ascension, your development, whatever it is that you were supposed to take away from that relationship, business deal, whatever the case may be. You hear people say, don't sign contracts. Don't get into a relationship. Well, retrograde can actually bring something back to you that you should be in. So let's say that there was a relationship that you should be cultivating, that you stopped cultivating. Retrograde will bring that relationship back. Again, this could be a friendship, this could be a business relationship. It doesn't have to just be romance. But the point is that retrograde is not just a one-sided coin. Retrograde is, yes, you do need to be careful during retrograde, but understand retrograde time means to realign. Is when the planets are seemingly going backwards, but really what it is they're going back into position. It's a reset. So understand that retrograde is an opportunity for you to do the thing again. Get a second chance, third chance, fourth chance at understanding what you were supposed to get from that relationship, friendship, business deal, whatever the case may be, or to bring you back into something that you should have never left. That's another thing that retrograde does for you. But how do I contrast? I know you're asking, how do I contrast the difference? How do I know the difference between the relationships I should have left alone or the business deal I should have left alone versus what I should have, continued with? And here's the key. Here's the nucleus of understanding, or this is how you determine the difference between one or the other. It comes down to your purpose. If a relationship, business deal is focused on just a good time, when I say that, meaning that it's lust. If you are pursuing something and it's just about the feeling, 9 out of 10, it's not something that's connected to your deeper divine destiny. And if it's not connected to your deeper divine destiny, it's more likely that it was a lesson versus a blessing, or the blessing is the lesson. So the way that you determine one from the other is understanding your purpose, because your purpose is going to be the standard in which you're going to utilize to determine what stays and what goes. If you don't have clarity about who you are, why you're here, then everything that comes your way is going to, if it feels good, it's going to seem like it is good. And that is the danger. So retrograde is the opportunity to do it again. It is the opportunity of realignment. It is the second chance. It's the third chance. It's the fourth chance. So don't just see it as a time to just be careful of signing contracts, not starting relationships, or whatever the case may be. Understand that it is a time to realign, reconnect with the right things, or get a second chance at understanding what I'm supposed to get from a relationship, friendship, or business deal. Dynasty Tribe. Keep ascending.